They got winter warnings. You're not even supposed to drive on the roads right now. And worse yet, my Toyota broke down. Toyota won't help me. I took it to a Toyota Tech in Des Moines, and the Toyota shop wouldn't even work on it. They sent me home. I had to pack it home, and I just can't figure out what is ailing the old Toyota. About ready to bury it and put up a gravestone. Well, I made a lot of complaints about it online, and I guess somebody heard me because a company came forward and offered me a vehicle. The LaCrosse Thunder. Hold that for 3 seconds, she pops up. She's all powered up, ready to go. According to my mapping, we got 5 days of driving. We should be there in no time. Whew, that was a long ride, but we made it to the deep south, despite Toyota. You know, when Warb called and said we're bringing back the Public Land Challenge, I was excited, but especially when he said, we're going to do it in the deep south. Because, you know, I hear a lot of people say, you can't do that in the south. You can't kill these deer down here like that. They don't bed like that. But I hear that everywhere. I hear that out east. I hear that out west. I hear that in Michigan. I hear from people all over the country that you can't do what I do there. And constantly, me and the people who follow me prove that that's wrong. Deer are deer no matter where you go. But I was excited to give it a try in the south. And the first place we went was a big old cypress swamp. His channel looks fairly deep. Matter of fact, we got here and something swam under the water away from us. But it don't look that deep. I'm thinking maybe knees. So what I'm gonna try and do is take my boots off, my socks off, and just go through and test it. And then Josh will come. Josh scouted this earlier, and he found a spot. There's a little island back here that we think might be good. So we want to get to it. He has waders, but they're back at camp. So we're just going to try and cross. I'll try first, and if I don't make it, you don't have to bother.
There you go.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my feet out, roll my pants up, take my socks off, and just walk through my bare feet so that I can put dry socks and boots on the other side. I do this back home a lot, so.
Just may have to blur these feet out in the video.
It's not really like blurring the feet out. It's that when the odor comes off, it kind of like gets that distorted. Like
if I pass out and you guys know what happened.
Yeah. I just changed these socks like 4 days ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're fairly new.
Right after you took a shower.
Oh, I didn't take a shower when I changed them. I haven't taken a shower in a while.
I thought you take showers every Wednesday, whether you need it or not.
Oh, that's cold.
I imagine it's cold. Don't fall. Lose your balance, old man.
Shaking my socks out of here. I'm going to get a pollution
Yeah.
ticket.
I don't want. Look at the.
That's cold.
It's like the gas is going into the water here.
BBD Beast Boot Dump.
Oh, geez, dude, what have you been doing? Oh, cattails.
Wait a second, there's a squirrel in there.
Thought you felt something in there.
What do alligators feel like?
I think you'll know what they feel like when you feel one. You're pretty accurate about knee deep. There was part of me hoping you just would have fallen in so I didn't have to do this.
Are those rainbow socks?
Oh, yeah. It's cold.
See that muck that goes down the water like that?
Mm-hmm.
That's like an attractant to alligators.
Probably. Is that why you wanted to go first? That feels like an alligator. I think I definitely, if I hunt back here, bring the waders because it'd be tougher doing this in the dark.
Yeah. Coming out would be a pain. Or you just don't bring boots at all.
Just go barefooted.
Yeah.
What's it called? An ice plunge? Ice cold? Polar plunge?
Polar plunge.
I didn't get my pants wet. That's what you got. That's what you get when you hunt with Danny and Fault. Everybody thinks it's cool
Everybody thinks it's cool until they get.
until you're in a cypress swamp in the south.
How does Mike Tyson say that? Everybody thinks they're cool till they get their feet in the cold
Everybody has
water.
a plan until they get punched in the face. Socks are a little wet.
Those rainbow colors soak up the water.
Yeah.
So we're walking through here, and I watch Josh step over this log, and I look down, like right between his feet, there's a snake, but it looks like it's dead. Right here.
It's definitely dead.
Yeah, looks like something ate it head first. Either a hog or a bird or something.
Yeah. A little one too.
I mean, they didn't even really eat it, they just chewed up the head. It's almost like it was killed out of anger.
Yeah. Just got across that slough, and if you look here, it's just pretty thick, nasty pines, and way back in here, probably half a mile, there's another swamp back in here, and there's some really good points that the pines make into the swamp. So we're just essentially following this edge and scouting our way in until we get back deeper, kind of away from the parking area. Best we can do. There's some buck sign in here, nothing real big, but some little rubs and stuff. Hopefully as we push back in, sign will pick up, get a little bigger.
It didn't take very long before we were so soaked we didn't care about getting our boots wet anymore. No deer swimming in there.
Probably not.
BBD, Beast Boot Dump. We decided to abandon the swamp and hit the big, monotonous pine forest. I kind of felt like the pines would be easier to read. If you looked for transitions, if you looked for creeks, if you used the oak filter on Onyx, you looked for thick against, open against oaks and put in a transition of a creek. I thought that could be a good area, so I kind of sought some spots out like that on the map. I dropped Josh off up the road, He's gonna go in and check out a field he cyber scouted. We're coming through here. This looked good to me. Real thick area here on some private. Blending into this woodlot. I saw some creek bottoms on the map coming through here. I just want to come back in here, see what I can find. Just kind of still hunt my way through, see if I can find a concentration sign to sit on. If not, I'll just consider it a day of scouting, but hopefully I can get onto something halfway decent and set up. Here's the one river bottom down here. The thick stuff is right over there, up that hill. And I saw a doe over here just wandering around. I get back here and there was a lot of pig sign over here. And I got here, I saw some turds. See that? All over the place here. And at first I was thinking deer, but then I saw that and how giant it is. That's definitely a pig turd. And somewhere down here I saw a fresh acorn. And this is a few oaks in here. And this is just tore up with pig sign. There's little holes dug all over the place. There's a heavy trail through here. But there's also a lot of deer sign, like some old rubs that are broken off, some historical rubs. You know, there's another one over here. I think those pigs are probably running it private up into this creek, and it's really thick up there. Don't know if they'll scare the deer out. I don't know a lot about pigs. But that's really fresh sign there. And along that log. Every critter out here should be looking for these acorns, though. Yeah, definitely some acorns on the ground here. Definitely pigs, too, but you'd have to think if there's acorns, there's going to be deer as well, right? It's really hard to make out tracks in this stuff. Even down by the water, it's hard as a rock. But right here, there's some big tracks coming down the hill. Lots of them coming down here. That's definitely pig sign. There goes deer. Deer running. Oh, we jumped a bunch of deer right over there. So I guess some of it is deer sign, right? I think I'm just going to set up in here and see what happens. I don't know. If nothing else, maybe I'll shoot a pig. There's deer walking in that thicket. I was just standing here contemplating what tree to go into. They're walking right there. I see them. There goes one. There's a few of them going through there. Can't see any horns. Probably can't make them out with the camera, but there's one right there. I'm thinking maybe I should just get in the damn tree. I'm gonna have to sneak up a tree because that's where I jumped those deer before. No. A couple of deer went back through there. That first one looked like a buck, but if it was a shooter, I would have been able to make out a rack. It doesn't mean there's not a shooter around. I guess we'll give her a try. So we saw a doe up there. Then we jumped 4 deer, ran out of here as I came over this crest of this hill. And then standing here for about 5 minutes, I see 2 more deer sneaking. So there's a lot of deer in this area. All right, I got my stand set up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sticks. I got a good view over there where all those old rubs are and those acorns are. I got a good view of this. And you can see this is all tore up from pigs. A lot of it's really fresh. Like this. And you see the pig tracks in there. I mean, that's from probably last night. And I look back here. Check out this burrow in here. Holy crap, eh? Little holes going everywhere. Being a northerner that doesn't see many pigs, I'd be excited just to shoot a pig. We're here to shoot a big buck. We're going to be hard to me not to squeeze the trigger on a pig. One comes walking out. I got a good view of those trails coming in from over there. That trail going down to the river comes down right here. And all those deer I saw were right in that corner over there. I'm really not that far in. My truck is only maybe 300 yards that way, and there's a road right there, the main road. But I got in here and started finding sign right here, some oaks and stuff. What I wanted to do was follow the private land, which is 200 or 300 yards over there where it's thick. And it has a corner that comes in over here. And the private is really thick. The public is kind of open. But the public has these oak trees. There's acorns on the ground here. And when I got in here with this river bottom, it just seems like the sign is around this water and around those acorns. And it's coming in along here like this. And it's coming in from over here. Now there is a ton, and I mean a ton of pig sign here, but I don't know, I won't hesitate to shoot a pig if one comes out in daylight. But we've already seen a couple deer, so let's see what happens. So you can hear the traffic. That's how close I am to the road. I would have just kept going, but I can't walk past this. It just looks like this is where these deer should be walking through. Starting to rain pretty heavy. I turned and I saw a deer run out of that opening. I think it saw my head move. The wind doesn't seem to be blowing over there at all. It got up there and stopped. And I heard some real light blows, but pretty sure it's gone, but it wasn't a buck. It's a very small deer. But man, that thing snuck in here. Trying to keep my head on a swivel without moving too fast. I'm kind of open, but I kind of need that to film. I'm pretty surprised it spotted me way up here. I'm 5 sticks up. It is kind of on an elevation of eye level of me. It's just starting to get daylight. I got out here about half an hour before shooting, made my way into the same spot where I was last night. Got set up. It's been dead quiet. Haven't heard anything spook, anything come through, nothing. It's just getting to be shooting light now. It's pretty wet out here from the rain last night, but it's really, really quiet. So I should be able to hear anything approaching, hopefully, even with the wet leaves and stuff. I like this spot, but I'm not super confident a giant's gonna come walking in here. I didn't see any hunter sign in here when I came in here yesterday, but this morning I saw bright eyes all the way from the road right into here. You know, when you got your headlamp on, you see that stuff. The thing that made me choose this spot is when we drove through here yesterday. I was scouting. I was looking at this woods. It's semi-open actually, but the private pieces that are in here, like the one next to us, super thick. And there's corn bags all over along the road, so you know they're feeding. And they're probably putting pressure on those deer. The deer are probably bouncing in and out of that private land where the thick cover is. And I came back here to where this river is, well, creek, not really a river, it's just a creek. But there's a union of creeks that meet right here. And you got a little low area, you got a little bit of terrain change, you know, elevation and stuff. And usually that's gonna have a good flow of animals. When I came in here, there's some oaks right around this union too. And there's like an inside corner over here where thick brush meets, which is where the does jumped up yesterday. Little buck followed them out of here. I'm not very far from the road, but I'm okay with that because I feel like when you look at that private land, that's getting pounded. The Those guys are probably going back in a ways. They're probably skipping the stuff by the road. And there's some good thick cover there. Food, everything they need right here. Maybe it's a little overlooked. Maybe I am too close to the road. But we're going to give it a shot. Just based on what I'm seeing right here. And if I don't see something this morning, I'm going to move back and look around the rest of this area based on the wind. And then studying the maps last night, I saw an overlooked spot across the street I want to check. But if we don't shoot something, and probably even if we do, we'll do a little scouting afterwards. I got a glimpse of something running in that river. I think it was 2 deer. But they're like trotting. They should have popped out by now. But I think that's quite a deep creek. They could be back in there by now. I really just got a glimpse of the corner of my eye. Oh, I heard one blow. The wind shouldn't be blowing over there. I don't know what the heck. I see one running. I don't know how they could have busted me unless they saw me up in the tree. The wind doesn't seem to be blowing over there. There must be some sort of wind swirl in here that took my wind over there. It's kind of dead calm at the moment, but it was blowing like that. When I saw him, he was running from that way this way, and my wind is blowing that way. It's possible they winded me and ran, stopped and hesitated, and then blew and took off. That's probably what happened. Now I can hear the birds going nuts in there. There's a deer walking right through there. There was another one a second ago. Now that the wind's picking up, I can feel it blowing right to where that deer is blowing at me. I guess the wind was going that direction. This morning it was going like this. It was kind of hard to tell when it got calm. I don't know where those that doe and fawn went, but they should pop out in here someplace unless they stay in the thick. There they go. I just seen her running right there. She's right there. She's actually turning and kind of coming this way, right through here. Might pop out right there. There's a deer right up there. Probably about 200 yards away. Maybe 150. I can't make out what it is. It's in thick cover. But it's alone. At least appears to be. Looks like it's a big doe all by herself. Don't see anything following her. Looks like it wandered off across the road. A lot of does in the area. There should be some bucks around. There seems to be a good number of deer in this area. It's 9 o'clock. I got down. I'm gonna scout around a little bit. I'm gonna look up here a little bit where I saw the deer moving, the majority of them. Oh, there goes one now. Just took off running. Then I'm gonna look around the backside and see what's going on over there. And just try to get better situated. If there's deer moving around over there, maybe I won't go that way yet. I might just stand here for a little while and See if there's anything else moving over there. There seems to be a lot of deer in this area though, for sure. Just no bucks yet. With a little bit of rut going on, there should be some bucks around somewhere. Well, I've gotten back about 7/10 of a mile. It's kind of open over here, real thick over in there. Got a little creek in here. I'm gonna keep going. Found something I wanted to show you. Corn bag here. Apple flavored deer corn. Nice buck on the cover, eh? Hole in the ground. Looks like there's minerals over there. A lot of people feeding deer out here, for sure. Which has got to be altering movement to some degree. But we got private ground just over from me where that thick stuff is. And wouldn't doubt it if most of the feeding goes on the private. But there's, the private has all been like clear cut years ago. It's gotten really thick. There's no big oaks in there. There's oaks in here. And there's acorns in here. So I'd imagine that some of those deer are going to be coming out here for the acorns that are holding up around those feeders and stuff. We'll just keep looking, see if we can find some sign. Been walking quite a ways. I haven't found much for a sign. But now just right here, I found this scrape. And another scrape over there is similar. And neither one is fresh. And I see a rub right here. That's the first rub on this whole property. But that's a pretty good rub, you know, height-wise. Right there. There's a trail going in there. I don't see much for tracks on it, but nothing fresh. But at one point in time, there's a lot of activity here. It did rain a bit though. It's probably worth marking. This is a pretty good rub, good trail going in there. Don't know though, the sign looks pretty old. And back where I started, there's my tree. All those deer I've seen in there and coming out of here. When you walk through here, this open area is the only place I found acorns. There's not a lot of them, but that's probably why I'm seeing the deer here. I found some good sign on the other side with some scrapes and rubs and stuff. Oh, looks old. Right here, we know there's deer here moving, you know. Seen like 6 this morning, seen a bunch yesterday at 7 or so. I think I just gotta move in a little closer to that corner, like where I was seeing everything kind of concentrate. Hopefully I haven't blown it too bad yet. I've hunted here twice already.
See anything else?
I saw 6.
Does.
Yeah, I didn't see any antlers. I think they're all does.
Yeah. Those are dinks.
Yeah. None were shooters, that's for sure.
Yeah. We didn't see anything.
A lot of deer over there. It's the only spot there's acorns. I walked around the whole perimeter here. And literally, even though you're only a little ways in there, you get a little ways around the corner and you're almost to the next road.
Yeah.
You know, there are some old scrapes and stuff in there. One rub in the whole woods I can find.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody else seeing 6 deer, you know?
No.
And if there's does in there, there should be bucks. However, all the scrapes I'm seeing are dried up.
Yeah, we had one that was semi-fresh.
Your buck was following a doe too,
Yeah.
right? So. And those corn bags are everywhere. They're even in the woods.
Yeah. Well.
Those deer are spotting me from a mile away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're walking and all of a sudden they just look at you and they're like, what the heck's in that tree? You know, I am kind of open so I can film and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's leaf cover and stuff. In Wisconsin, I can get away with that.
Yeah.
I got to move in a little bit closer because all the action is about 100 yards in front of me.
Okay.
Like right here is perfect, but that's just got a pile of crap around it. Thinking maybe if we get in that tree coming out of the riverbank, we get into that and over here. Out of the 13 deer I seen, 10 of them came within like 20 yards of that tree. You know, and the other 2, I think were the same one. A doe that just kept popping up on that hill because she sure knew where I was the next day. But otherwise, everything came right to this union right here. So let's just try that tree right there, I think. We could get in that one, but then we have to be able to shoot through that crap. And there we'll be in the crap, we can shoot out.
Yeah.
The first day I came in here, I saw 7 deer. This morning I saw 6. Almost all of them moved right in this area, so we moved up about 100 yards. Slid in here, and it's a little thicker. We got a little more cover. I noticed some of the deer were spotting me in that open tree. And for self-filming, I kind of needed an open area to be able to film. So it kind of sucked, but they were picking me off from quite a ways. Now we got into some thicker cover. I mean, it was just does anyways, but there's a few big oaks here too. And they're not dropping heavy, but they're dropping, and there's acorns laying in here. There's deer and pigs coming in here pretty heavy. We'll see what happens. We should see something considering how many deer I seen last night and this morning. Be nice to see something with some headgear though.
I got the one in the dark. Yeah.
Moving the stand forward 100 yards was a great idea. It put me right on the edge of the thick oaks where I could see what I could not see from the other stand. And I'm sure most of these deer were moving here when I was down in the other location. I just couldn't see them. noticed us and just kept trying to circle downwind. And finally there was a little wind shift and she caught us. And then while she was blowing, another one popped up on the hill where those ones came out. And she just stood up there for a while, grazing, and then popped down and she's bedded up there. And there was another one that came to the creek with the first group and crossed and never came over here. It's up in there somewhere. But no bucks yet. You think with all these does, maybe a buck will show up. See it? It's coming straight down at us. It's a buck.
Yeah, like
It's a good one. Can't tell how wide it is. Hey!
can't see his rack. Looks pretty good.
And I wasn't sure, so I made a noise to get it to look at me, and when it stopped and looked at me, there's a branch covering its rack. We got up this morning and came back to the same spot, slid in here. I really don't have much scouted yet, so we went out the same spot, and every time we come in here, deer have been showing up, so we're gonna give it another try. I'm beginning to think after last night we probably burned it out a little bit. So when we get done, we'll go scout. You know, normally I'm a one and done kind of guy, but if you got deer coming in here, you know, and they keep coming and they keep being stupid, you keep hunting them. You know, hopefully something shows, but we put a lot of pressure on this area so far, and it's really not in me to just keep hunting the spot. But we'll give it this morning, and then we'll go down. I was looking at some stuff on some mapping and scout down the street, see if we can find another spot like this that's fresh. I see it. Now it's coming back.
still running.
Yeah.
It kept going that way.
Okay.
Chasing to the left.
They're acting like that buck's up there.
Yeah, they're definitely acting weird.
There's another one behind it.
That looks like a small buck.
Yep. He's acting nervous like there's a bigger one around. There he goes. Here comes another one.
Oh yeah, that one's bigger. That one's bigger.
Yeah, he looks bigger. I can't tell if he's a shooter. Here he comes back. The second one might be a shooter. Here comes another one. Is that a buck or a doe?
That looks like a doe. Deer coming back from the left. Over here to the left.
Oh, that looks like a good one. It'd be hard to tell. Man. Hey.
Damn it.
Can you tell anything? supposed to settle down and go this way this evening. We might do a little scouting, but I'm 99.5% sure we're going to be here this evening. So we're looking at onyx, and we've seen this private property here that's the thick pines. See that in the background? And if you look even further back, you see those oaks sticking up. There's a like creek or something that's surrounded by oaks that goes through all that thick cover and comes into the public way back there. What we're going to do is follow the line to where that comes in and try to mimic what we got in the other spot and see if it looks like that here. You got a scrape that's actually being used. Look at this. And look at that giant track in there. You can almost fit 2 fingers in it. A track that big back home would be a fawn. Check out this rub coal, and there's fresh tracks in here too. Look how heavy that is. There's tine marks hitting way back in here, up in here. That's a pretty good buck, did that.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
For sure.
That's the best rub we've seen. A lot of tracks in here. There's a trail over there and a trail here. This has got some activity.
Yeah.
For sure. And like we're right on the acorn production there. See that? Right where the acorns meet this creek. So there's a river system in here. And there's a bunch of drainage ditches going into it. There's a bunch of thick pine on the private. There's some thick stuff here, and the oaks are coming into play here. It seems like everything meets right here. This is what I thought on the map. And it doesn't look half bad, actually. You know, I mean, we find more sign like this. I mean, looks pretty good. Don't really want to mess it up and go too far, but I want to poke a little bit more. But this could be a good starting point right in here. Hard to say.
Yeah.
But there's obviously some deer going through right here. Yeah, that's a crossing right there. Fresh tracks in it. That's coming right out of what we were just looking at. I think that's a good spot. I mean, we got a great spot to sit, but Josh or somebody could come over here, or we could just wait, because we might just blow that area up.
Yeah.
This looks pretty good. Man, the spot here looks awesome with the scrapes, the rubs, the fresh tracks everywhere. I mean, there's way more sign here than where we're hunting. And the Dan in me wants to just so bad jump over here and hunt this. But I know what we got going is pretty good. But there's a part of me that always wants to be in a new spot, always wants to try something. Which is why we're out scouting, even though we got a great spot for tonight. But man, these scrapes and rubs and stuff. This looks pretty good. What do you think?
I think it looks awesome.
Yeah. I think we did minimal damage too. As soon as we found sign, we, you know, let's get out of here, and, you know, I'll let Josh know about the spot. I think he's pretty satisfied where he's at, but if he's not, he should probably come in here. Otherwise, after we finally burn that spot out, I'll be in here. One of the two of us, you know. think some people would have shot it. I don't want to spike her. But it was awfully fickle. It came sneaking in here, and it kind of got really nervous in here. It went into really thick brush and ate in the same spot for a long time. I don't know how I could find enough acorns in that one spot. But eventually there's a little bit of a fickle wind swirl. I could just start to feel it on the back of my neck, and also he trot a little bit. I think he just barely got a breeze. And then we saw him trot off the way that they come from in the morning, which is the way the acorns go according to the map. So hopefully some more show up soon. A little bigger.
Oh yeah.
So we came out here in pitch black. We got back here, and that little creek we hop across is now 2 or 3 feet deep and running fast. So we went upstream a little bit, found a log to cross on, and tried to keep our scent right against the river. We just had a raccoon come in, hit our scent, and then scurry back out. But I don't think any deer, since we've been here, got that, well, maybe 1 or 2, got that close to the river. The majority of them are up in here. So I think we're okay. Since the water got deeper, it feels like the thermals are in our face following the creek, which is what I kind of expected. Yep. So it's going straight down the creek, which is good for this area. We did 2 mornings ago, though, have the deer come from that way. But for the most part, they come from over there into here and then go up to what we assume is bedding. So, same spot again. Depending on what happens this morning, I'm itchy to move. The place we scouted looked really good. We'll see. See it?
Not yet.
It's in line with this little tiny tree in front of us. To the left of the 2 big trees. It's right in that little pocket. Heading left to right.
Oh, I see. Definitely a buck.
What's it?
It's a buck. I can't tell how big. Looks like it might be questionable. I'm just getting flashes of them. Yeah, I don't think he's big enough. But I think he's got forks.
He's definitely looking for the ladies. Where are they right now? But we need bigger bucks to come through like that and just stand around. Let you look and think about it for a while. I lost him completely behind those trees, but he should pop out on the right side.
I still got him. He's just feeding.
Just stopped and ate.
Yeah, he's
Oh, I
walking
see him now. I
towards
see him.
us
I
to
see
the
him.
left.
I see him. Here he comes over here. Oh, that's an all-new buck.
Yeah. It's either a 6 or a big forkhorn, I think.
It's a buck. That's a small one.
Is it that same one?
What's that?
Is it that same one as before?
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Just another one walking right at it. Coming right at it from the grass, just went behind the trees. Coming straight at it. See him looking at it. I think that was a buck because it was acting buck. Did you see it?
I saw a flash of it.
Yeah, when it got to that buck, it ran that way.
It looks very similar to that first buck, if it's not him.
It's not him.
not sure, but it looks very similar to them. They look the same size.
That's right there. There's another one coming behind it. Looks like it's got a rack. There's another one running. Is that the same buck or a different buck right there?
I think that's the same buck. There's something coming from the left, where we just saw that last buck at.
Okay, I see. They're hanging up just back there. You know what I mean? So if there's any around, that's where they're sitting. I think they're actually just bedding just inside of there. Like sometimes they pop out right up in there. You know, and sometimes they pop out here.
Looks like a doe. She was acting a little, like, skittish. She kept looking back this way. To my left.
We saw them all running before. The only thing that gets me is that that little buck didn't seem nervous. Do you think he'd be nervous if there's a big buck around? But she certainly has heart jerk before. I'd look back.
She's still directly behind the tree from you.
Whatever she's nervous of has to be pretty close to her. That's the same. Felt like it was going on the side of my face there for a second. It's still going downstream. I think it's a doe. Coming towards us.
Yep, I see it. There's another deer.
Walking like a buck, just come walking right in there. There's two of them over there. There's one walking in the green shit next to us.
Yeah, I saw that was the one I saw first.
trees now. These big trees.
I saw it walking in. I haven't seen it since.
I seen it. It's behind the trees now. It's coming out of that grass shit. Can you see it?
I can see a few different ones.
Dude. There's a tree shaking really bad, like it's being rubbed. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see it.
Right behind the deer, there's a tree there that's just fucking shaking violently. It stopped now, though.
saw he was walking straight away behind the big trees, but I couldn't see him after that. He was going into that darker timber, or that darker woods when I last saw him. Straight away from us. There's another deer to the right. Look where my camera's pointing.
Which side of the trees?
To the right of the big trees. He's going to the left.
Okay, I see it. I see it.
Might be a doe, I don't know. I can't see it. It's to the left of the big tree. He's kind of a ways out. He's walking to the left. Yep.
They're coming out waves. These go. More come in. Those go. More come in. Then you don't even know if they're rotating. You don't even know if they're the same deer. It was a pretty good morning. It got even better again today. It's hard to leave this spot. I'd really love to go adventure, but man, you can't walk away when there's all these deer. That first buck really had a good looking profile at first, but when he got close and you saw how tight he was and small, you know, the small deer make him look big. That second buck, I believe it was a second buck, a different buck. He looked at me and he looked ear tip to ear tip, but still not very big. Not huge, you know, but exciting morning. I don't know how many deer that was. It had to be like 30 plus, I think. But you don't know because they come in waves. You don't know if some of the deer rotated back in or. But there was a time when from here all the way to there you could see deer everywhere feeding. And we got like the perfect setup because they got this creek and they're not really going in the open woods on the other side of the creek. They're staying in this thick cover, so we're glued to the creek. And then you get that thermal pull down the creek. And unless they're walking up to water, they're not getting their wind. So I mean, we had 30 deer in here close. None of them winded us. And some of them were as close as like 15 yards. Now we did sneak along the river here, but we glued ourselves to the river to get to the tree, and none of them ever got to our scent. We got away with it fully today. Everybody else is at the restaurant eating pancakes, texting, "Where's Dan and Cole?" We're not eating pancakes, we're hunting.
Good.
I'm good. You good?
I haven't gone down yet.
I made it nice and slick for you.
Sure did.
So we left for lunch, ate, came back, and when we walked in, there was a stampede of blowing deer. Sounded like 3 or 4 of them were blowing up in here. It was surprising they saw us because we took the low way in, like a drainage. It was probably just our heads sticking up at maybe the top of us. And that's a few hundred yards from us back that way. But these things seemed to be so alert. They spotted us and blew and took off. But probably better they spotted us from that distance than as if we got here and they took off, you know.
Yeah, it's a buck. I can't tell how big. This one's got 2 points on it. At least 2 points on its left beam.
Seems to know where we're at. He's nervous of something coming from behind him. Oh yeah, definitely a different deer.
He definitely looks nervous looking to the left.
Here comes a deer in the ditch crossing over here where my barrel's pointing. Every evening the does would come down from the bedding and kind of hang here and eat the acorns. Then the bucks would show and kind of corral them into the area. And in the morning it'd be the does would come from the oaks further out to these oaks and get here later in the morning, and then the bucks again would corral them into this area, circle the area, and kind of hold them in here. It was very interesting to watch.
Looks like a doe.
Another one coming up to it from the left. Portion from behind the big trees about to come up to it. Here it goes, going past it. Yeah, it's a bug. It's inside the ears, though. Is it up from earlier? Here comes one. That was another fun night. A lot of deer came in again. Just nothing we wanted to shoot. We got one more day left. Tomorrow. Let's sneak out of here while there's nothing around. Back in the same spot. It drives me nuts. I haven't hunted the same tree this much in 10 years. We've just been seeing a ton of deer here, so it's hard to move on. But a lot of nice bucks, but they're just not quite what I'm looking for. A little bit bigger. And then maybe we'll squeeze the trigger. There was one decent one. Was that day 1 or day 2?
So, day 2, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, we're still waiting, but I've had my fill of this spot. If a real big one don't show up today, we're gonna go hit that spot we scouted before we run out of time. And it's just not my style to just keep sitting in this tree, regardless of how fun it is. But we're definitely seeing a crap ton of deer. And the reason we keep sitting in this spot is because of all the does, and they just keep coming back. You gotta know any buck in this area while they're running is gonna show up sooner or later looking for those does. Those are coming in here in daylight because I believe, based on a map, they're bedding right on the tip of this brush. So the bucks are coming and checking on that bedding and stuff. And we've seen that. We've seen them coming in cruise through here quite a bit. So we're going to give it this one last morning, and hopefully somebody shows. If not, we're going to move.
He's definitely close. He might be pretty wide. Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty good. He looks pretty good. Yeah. He's still moving, but he's halfway hit.
I just scanned around. I looked behind Cole, and there was a deer coming. I thought it was a buck. You know, I could tell it was a buck. But from this distance, it looked to me like a little buck. And then Cole zoomed in and said, "That's a good buck." And I put the binoculars up, and it was pretty good. And I decided to take him. And that was probably a 100-yard shot, maybe a little over. I don't know, we're going to have to let that one sit for a little while because it looked like it was a little back. But he looked like he was hit real hard, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he really took an impact. I wouldn't mind going back and just kind of looking at the footage, see if we can see where the impact is.
Yeah.
But he looked like a good buck.
Yeah, he did.
About time, eh? So he might have laid right down in there. He was really slowing down when he went in there.
Yeah.
Always makes you nervous when you don't see him go down.
Every time.
But he looked hurt.
Yeah, big time.
Looking back at the footage, we put it in slow-mo, and you can see that the hit is like around the guts liver, and you can just see the guts impact, kind of. I felt the gun when I pull a little to the left. I squeezed it, but just as it's going off, I felt myself going to the left, but I still think I'm right in there. I think that thing's dead down there. He kind of didn't bolt, he kind of hunched up and his ass end was wobbling around a little bit. And as he ran, he slowed down real quick to where he disappeared. It was almost like he was slowing to a walk. And then we lost him as he went down into this little creek. I'm hoping he's laying down there, right there. But we're going to back out and just let him be for a while, just because of the hit being a little back. But I'm pretty sure he's probably already dead. But just that little chance he might not be. We're going to wait. It is a nice cool day for down here. That buck walked across our trail coming in here, and then when I said, "There's a deer behind you," and he moved a little, he saw us.
2 strikes.
And looks at us and just goes back to walking. Should have ran. I think we snuck out of there successfully. We went way around the circle. You know, hunting the same spot over and over was driving me nuts because you really want to see the territory when you come out here, you know? I mean, that many does, you have to think something big's gonna show. Because every buck in this area has to know that that group of does is there. You know, it's just a matter of time. As long as those does don't get spooked out of there, you know? So I wasn't very deep at all, probably a few hundred yards off the road. What we're gonna do is that deer did kind of get towards the border over here, so we're gonna walk along the border. So if we jump it, it goes that way. Pretty sure it's dead, but just a cautionary move. So we're gonna go in and shift over and just slowly go down there quietly. And we'll probably end up pretty close to where that deer stopped moving. And hopefully it's just laying there dead.
Thumbs up, me and you. Our job is to run and tackle it. We have no gun, no knife, no nothing. We're here for moral support.
So we were in that, where you see that wall of thicker cover right in the ravine. We were over there and the buck was like halfway in between us coming this way. I shot it and ran down here. And went into that ravine and we stopped moving. So we're not very far from it. Okay.
Vultures on it. Yeah. Yeah.
Ripping it up on me. You see the vultures?
Yeah.
They're probably ripping it up. It's probably laying right there. That's where we saw it stop moving.
Yep.
See a belly.
Yeah.
See a belly.
There he is. No drama. No drama.
Right here was where I was about to squeeze the last shot and lost sight of it. So it went down right there, right we thought.
Nice, Dan. Way to go. Yes. Look, yeah. That is a gorgeous deer.
Oh, they pecked his eyeballs out.
Oh no.
Damn vultures.
Congrats, Dan. Heck yeah, dude. That's awesome, man. Heck of a deal. Heck of a deal.
The dark chocolate, right?
The damn vultures did a number on my my photos.
Boy, they did get his out.
Yeah, both of them.
Holy moly.
Oh, that exit was perfect.
He's already stiff.
Yeah, look at the exit wound.
Oh yeah, you drilled it.
Gee, that is a dandy.
That's a dandy, Dan.
That's a good one. That is a no doubter.
No doubt.
Beautiful deer.
It's amazing how, you know, on these southern deer bodies, you know, if this is a northern deer, from what I saw, we had a rack like like this. You know, you get up to it, it's a lot smaller than you think, but wow. Well, cool.
Yeah. Be an easy drag. Yeah, that is awesome. And that shot, I mean, just
Yeah, you smoked him.
Yeah, that's the exit
cleaned
wound.
him out. Yep. Yeah, that's wild. Those vultures did a number. That is.
Yeah. I don't even know how we get a picture. Might have to close the eyes.
Yeah.
Looks like they're back on the butthole.
Hey, man. Hey. That's killer, dude.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Freaking awesome, man. Yeah, you see that one come through. That's a no doubt.
I can't get over how short they are.
Yeah, it's small, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's really small. Body size.
He's got like the muscling in his neck.
Dan?
Yeah. What?
Where'd you shoot him?
We still gotta get our stand. It's down right down there.
So it was. This is where you lost him.
Yeah, he was
running
angling through the woods this way.
Okay, that's where he was dragging his butt.
This is in line with my tree. This is where I lost him. I had to, and he was stumbling to a slow.
Yeah,
Right
he just
here.
came in here. And,
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
The old 30-06.
Yeah.
Got the job done.
Yeah, this is my family gun. It's kind of beat up and old, but I keep it around because it's got a lot of memories. It was my grandfather's, who's dead, and my dad's. Then my dad gave it to my brother when he got back from Vietnam. Actually before Vietnam, and he shot 2 bucks and he marked it with each buck. And then after Vietnam, he didn't want to have guns anymore around, and he gave it to me. But it's got a lot of family memories.
Yeah, I'd say.
The old Pump 760.
probably the biggest spotted deer we've seen, and it's that small.
Yeah, I mean, his neck is like,
I mean, that'd be a
What do you
small
think, like
doe
a-
in Indiana. Yeah, this would be
Yeah.
a fawn. Yeah,
It just makes me wonder how small
that
the ones
The
that
fawn-
we were seeing before were.
yeah.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I wonder if he's a 4-plus-year-old buck.
nice chocolate rack. It's kind of cool.
Pretty buck.
Yeah,
Could you imagine mounting that next to all your Wisconsin bucks?
I'm gonna.
A little bit.
Yeah, one in there. Everybody be like, "What's with that one?"
I'll tell you about that one.
Yeah, because it's not about the size; it's the memory. You know.
Yeah, I know.
It is. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's sweet.
I'm glad all you guys came out here with me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've talked about all week, like, this is what it's all about, like
Yeah.
the camaraderie and the
We
fellowship.
followed the road
And,
right to him. I mean, with the road.
Yeah.
Before
Right.
we walked in on.
Well, I knew he was close to this corner.
we were fired up for you when we got the text.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
Kind of left us hanging there. I don't know if he did it on purpose or not. You know, when you see the bubbles and then nothing's coming through, it's like, come on, Dan, quit leaving us here and hanging on the edge.
Yeah,
Let us know how bad you are.
I kind of worded that bad. I said I did something bad, and I meant like bad
Good.
man kind of thing. And they're all like, "Oh no, what did Dan do?"
We're all waiting for it. There was a lot of stuff going through mine and Mitch's head. Yeah, that's killer. That's a good deer, man.
Yeah, I'm happy.
That's a stud.
He's been rubbing recently. See all the bark in there, fresh bark.
I mean, he's got good brows and everything.
He's got to be like 16, 17 wide.
I think he said that's when.
Yeah.
Inside, yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably 8, isn't it? As they say, across is your.
I mean, he's probably 17 inches. Man, that's a hell of a deer.
And he had plenty of room to spare to give to your deer the other
I
day.
know.
Man, I would have just took the brow tines.
He does go out like his antlers go straight out of his head. They go up.
Man, heck yeah.
Try to clean up those eyes and make a picture.
Yeah, I'll just have to like Photoshop in some
Yeah.
eyes. Yeah.
Can you do that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yep.
That is wild how
Because
they.
other thing other than clicking the picture is beyond my technical ability.
Yeah.
I figured they had already like tore the hole open.
Yeah, we just waited long enough in case it was just liver, but it looks like that exit is perfect.
Yep. Right
It's even higher than I thought it was.
Oh, that's
Maybe roll him over and see what the entry was.
When you have all that percussion, you really can't tell where.
I don't know.
He's pouring blood out there. I can't even see it.
Might be farther back than you think. It might be in his hip.
There's blood right here.
Yeah, I bet that's entry.
Maybe that's why his legs went out.
legs gave out. But I mean, geez,
Yeah.
cleaned him out completely.
I knew he was quartering away.
It's a cool looking hide too.
Yeah, beautiful
You see
dark,
like that
dark
mane?
line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a cool deer. Jeez, that is awesome.
Yeah. 35. Yeah.
Beads wrap around.
Yeah.
Like they've always said, go for the eyeballs first. I mean, that's the first I've ever seen that.
Yeah, me too.
It's kind of tripped me out.
I've had hawks land on and they open up the hole a little bit or bald eagle,
Yeah.
but I've never had them like rip the eyeballs out.
And they're clean. Like it's
You
precision.
think at least one eyeball being against the ground.
Yeah. I mean, it's precision they took them out of.
Don't let them fool you. Me and Josh drug it out. That was just beauty shots of Dan. Success.
I knew that thing was toast, but I didn't think it was that good. I didn't think it was that far back. Clearly. Yeah.
I think it's one of those things where the hide pulls forward, and you know when they're stepping,
Yeah.
I don't really think it was as far back.
I think the ripple is just like.
Whew. That was a long ride.